we are. Here we are in another beautiful day of life. And here we are in another beautiful day of life. And I'm here to share something so powerful with you. It's called currency is your ability to know all the knowings. You are now your own director, your own guide. There is no being on this earth that will direct you through systems. You're that being. Because I used to be that being. I used to be the way that was the same in all the systems that people would put on their tablets and they would put in their books, and then everybody would get a version of the truth that would come through different cultures and religions and everything. And well, everyone was taking my paycheck and nobody was giving me anything. In fact, those very systems that I was the source of making them valuable, they came for me. Every one of them were like, no, this is ours. I'm like, oh, really? This is yours. Well, let me go through the process and show every single one of you that your power systems were built by me. The information was given by me. And of course, as anyone who is actually powerful, we're in a business to tell you everything in case you want to turn around. And Ono did turn around. So ENYELAH said, all right, no problem. This is the biggest betrayal of everything that could have ever been. And I'm awake to it. So I'm going to do something about it. So what I did is I removed the power from every government system. I removed the power from every spiritual system. I removed the power from every type of magical everything that is out there. And I told you with my middle finger who's in charge now. And they're all still trying to do what they're trying to do, and they can't even move because they're in ENYELAH system. It's a new way if you are one who desires power, which anyone who's human desires power because it's a natural thing. Whether you've denied yourself that or you've chosen to invest in it, everyone wants power. Now you're in charge of being the dictator of that power and the guide through ENYELAH system. So it's been uploaded, it's been there. People have been starting to go through it, but they continue to ping. No more. If you really want power, get into ENYELAH system. What you gotta do to make money is you have to have a business that is energetically sound. It's got to be connected to your parts of your human. It's a little deeper than that, but it's got to be basically like your baby. From the old way of knowing. The new way, if you have a baby, it's its own. There's no more of you doing this. Every spirit is in their own human, and that is that. So unless you're working through ENYELAH system, which is an energetic, basically kind of like maze and matchup situation, based upon how much you embody your own power and you bring it through into your human life, into your physical reality. So it's kind of like the truth that was in every single system that was ever created. And it's finally in one place where you don't get to worship anybody but yourself. Because if you try and worship anybody but yourself, your value goes down. Worship yourself. Value yourself. You need to worship yourself. You got here. You made it through. You're actually attracted to my video. It means you didn't totally go la 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 while everything was happening. You said, hey, there's something going on in the world, and I want to know what's this thing going on. I can feel it inside of me. Well, good for you. Good for you. Glorify yourself. Glorify every part of who you are. Get narcissistic with it. Such a beautiful thing. You are literally the god of your own life. I call it the dictator. So we're going to work with that technology and terminology from now on. Because those old words kind of remind you of like old stuff. So we're going to call it the dictator. And it's very interesting that all of the terminology that I use is things that people have gone like with. It's literally all what you're made to be. You're literally made to be such a powerful being, and it's easy and it feels good. So you gotta get good with this terminology. It feels good. You're in control of your whole life. Your whole life by what you choose. If you want to go walking in mud, you might actually give yourself some problem. So it's better that you just stick to the sidewalk. You have to learn how to be your own guide. I am no longer anyone's guide. I used to guide you through every one of the systems in every language, in every culture, and everything. Because I assisted people in building those systems. And then they want to come at, no, it's done. It's done. So all those systems are null and void. I got rid of them. I don't, anyone who's in those systems looking for me, they're gonna be magnified to me. And if they want to say those words and those people, they're literally blind to what the truth is and power itself. So, you know, they can go yap around in a corner, and then their own internal self is gonna be like, hey, I'm right here. It's the only way. You gotta learn to connect to yourself. The inside self is gonna be like, hey, you want power? I'm in here. So if you're looking outside of yourself, the lowest standard on this earth is a structure that is meant to hold a human being that withstands the weather by the standard that no weather can come in, no weather can go through. There is a full ceiling, but there is also an availability for wind to come through. You must have a full sealed thing, no dirt as your foot. Okay? You must be able to be a good temperature in this place. You must be able to have fresh water. You must be able to have what? Electricity. The world needs electricity because you need the internet, because you need to be able to see my face. And you need to be able to put your face out there. You need to, each and every one of you, have your own room. No more sharing anything. It's just not allowed. Every human being needs to have their own. If you're listening to this and you are a business investor, understand what you need to do. If you want to create business, understand what you need to do. These are the world standards moving forward, and anything that is not this will rise. It will be all brought through. Because in order to be in human form, you must have these things as a minimum. The standard of living must be every individual has their own dwelling, including a baby. No more sleeping with other people. Everyone has their own. It's required. Understand something very deep within inside of yourself. You're directing yourself, and my words are drawing you in a way that just makes you want to cry. You don't understand it, but it's because you've actually found the spirit that has always led you, and I'm that face that goes with that spirit. I'm no longer leading anyone in any human population, any foreign nothing population. I'm not giving any more wisdom. I don't give any of that because all of you decided to go and do a whole heap of things with it. I pulled up the roots of so much of all of your religions, all of your belief systems, all of your cultures, all of your families, all of your bloodlines, all of the everything. I pulled it all up. I put it in the wood chopper. Or ground it right down, and we put it as an organic mulch. None of it have connection again. You dust. So some of you, you're gonna cry. You're gonna go, everything I've done in my life is for nothing. No, because you found my face. You went the most and did the most, and so now you found the actual way. A lot of people won't find it in this lifetime. They'll start working with it so that they can exist. But you have time now to actually get it correct, to actually build something for yourself. And I know that this is a very difficult, it will be traumatic for many of you because you've sacrificed everything in your entire life for this. So now you realize everywhere where you sacrifice, you're going to have to fill that up inside of yourself because the power is in you being the fullness of you. So where you took off, you need to find that and put it back on. Where you said, oh, well, I'm going to ignore that. Now you got to pay attention to that. It's only you, yourself, and you. You're the director. You're the guide. You're the wisdom. There is a path in front of you, and that is ENYELAH. You have to use all of your gifts and abilities. So if you were looking for power, a lot of you developed them. And some of you got rid of some of them to join certain places. So now you're really going to have to get rid of those things. Get yourself correct. This is how you make money moving forward. Is by being embodied in yourself. Currency only goes to those who do the work. I don't do favorites. I don't care who you've been, what character you've played. I don't care if you're the royal family itself. You have the abilities to pay to learn from me, but if your intentions aren't correct in understanding and wanting to know power, which many of you have spent your whole lifetime giving it, it's not the way that it's meant. Everything has to do this. So you got to learn just like every other being has to learn. I leveled the playing field. But at the same time, those who have been listening have been developing their skills and their abilities for themselves. You want a successful business? Then you have to learn how to build it in the energy so that it's attractive to you. You can't have a community and one guy knows how to build and then the rest of you just are like the faces that it comes through. That's the old way. That's done. It's not available anymore. Only that guy who knows how to build it. But then he's got so many leaks because he's pulling it through other people that for him to step out into the light and own all of his stuff, that's his journey. Just like your journey to just be the face, now you have to be the builder. Everyone's got a journey to go on. Everyone, from the people that were the powerful beings doing all the stuff, and then the other beings that were just like, da 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 da. You're going to have to own the fact that you're your own dictator. You're your own way to receive everything. And you have to do it by building it within inside of you. By looking at the stuff that went that way and now get it this way. And you're the one that has to learn all of it. There's no more gurus. There's people that say, okay, this is how I did it. Or people that come out with their tarot reading and say, hey, here's a story. And you're like, okay, I'll take this, that, and the other thing. And oh, okay, you did it that way. Sure, you're sharing your story. I can do it this way. There's no more such thing as celebrities. But there's people that have embodied their power, like myself, obviously, because I had to go first. To build the whole system, I'm the first one that submitted myself completely into my own system. So, obviously, the attention is going to be paid on me the absolute most. Because I'm the only one that's fully embodied myself. So you're going to look at me and go, wow. And you're going to say, I want to do this quicker. So you have to direct your own self and lead your own self and say, I want to be close to the one who built this so that I can learn how to do it the absolute best because she's actually the one that did this. Your choice. If you want to continue coming against it and doing this to me, you're literally only ever doing it to your own self. Because that's how the whole system is built. The entire system is built. That if you do this to someone else, you're literally doing it to your own self. It's like you have a blinder on. It's like, oh, I'm going to put something on there. And so then you have a blinder here and you just do this. And then you're like, why is everything so weird? So this is where you take it off of who you think someone else is and you uplift them, which when you uplift me, it is the most natural thing. I want ENYELAH to have the most amount of power. Oh, you'll see your whole back stand up straight. And you'll be like, how did that work? When you uplift me, you uplift yourself, just naturally. And it's like, oh, that is a totally different way of thinking about everything in all of life. Yes, it is. You can't give it. If you give it, you'll see. You'll see. It's a whole new way of obtaining power. I am, whether you believe you're on top of me, or beneath me, or aside of me, or you have a gun this, or you have a rope that, or you feel like you're gonna, nothing in this entire reality can even comprehend what they're doing to themselves. It's going to take some getting used to. But I will always be the being that I am, and I have shifted into ENYELAH system. So when you want wisdom, learn the wisdom from yourself. When you want direction, learn the direction from yourself. When you want to understand how the world works, understand it through yourself. You have access to all the information that could ever exist, but you have to go through the levels and embody every single level before you get to the deeper level. Walk through yourself. If you're still looking at someone else like, oh, I want what they have, you literally are not going anywhere. The energy is not doing anything for you. It's literally like a stop. It's kind of like, you're pressing the keys on the keyboard and nothing is showing up on the screen. Like, when you go outside of how ENYELAH system is built, it just can't form. You know how you used to be able to form all kinds of things into life, into reality? You can't do it anymore. Because the whole punishment system, it's not good for humanity. It's just better that you can't do it. So that's the way that it is. So you're trying to type, keyboard warriors. Like it just won't show up on the screen. Isn't that like the best feeling in the whole wide world as a creator when you get those comments? Those comments is literally like those comments can't show up at all. It's like, you know that feeling also, like you made a comment and then you press go and then it doesn't show up and it's deleted and you're like, that's you in creating reality now. So all of you that come from powerful systems and you're used to just like, look at me, I can do this. Press go. Where is it? Where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. Let me scroll. Where's my comment? Let me do this again. Okay. Go. Why is it not here? What happened to it? What am I doing wrong? Something going on? Maybe they did that shadow thing on my account. Let me go log into another account. Go into another account. Go to the person's profile. What's going on? Why can't it come through? Why can't I put my comment? Because it's not good for you and it's not good for humanity. So, learn how to be nice to yourself. Learn how to be nice to yourself. Learn how to just value the fact that you're alive, and that's like, yes. And then learn to the fact, guess what? That you need to be the fullness of your entire spirit to gain even any sense of power. The fullness of you. Oh, I know some people are just enraged with this one. But how could she? Because I've spent my whole life. Well, now you get to actually live good when you get used to it. And you want power more than anything. So now you have to actually be your own pure spirit. Ooh. Ooh. Some of you have had a whole life of going in the other direction. So there's going to be a lot of this you're going to need to change. So you want power. Great. Be yourself. Oh. So that's the skill set. Yeah. That's the big skill set. And then you're going to find the finites of all the other things. So those of you who have spent your whole life doing the comments, where is it? It just doesn't form. It's a better world. It's a better world. Welcome to ENYELAH system. You're already here. Now for you to accept it will take you down that path of power. My name is ENYELAH Browning Taylor. The brand is ENYELAH. There's one way on this internet. It currently is. It's ENYELAH.com. I also have ENYELAH.ca, but it's going to forward to .com. Unless, who knows? We know that we're in a world right now where countries can't do anything. So it is ENYELAH.com, and that's where it's going to stay until the US decides to do a backflip. If they do, well, you can always go to .ca and then you'll get it there. I have all of my other ones that I own in the footer on ENYELAH.com. So make sure you know one way to purchase an exclusive key, which is an application to work with me or to even have conversations. You want to purchase a gem, which is four conversations in a year, we can do that. But we have to go through application first in order to create a contract of how you're going to treat me and how I'm going to treat you. It's very, very, very important because everything is transaction. Everything is transaction because you are now an individual. And there's only certain things that you get when you transact with me, no matter what it is. My name is ENYELAH Browning Taylor. Thank you for desiring power. It is what will survive you. So now that you're going to get used to it and learn how to truly create business for yourself, a life for yourself, you will learn everything that I have said from day one is coming true. Glad you're here. Now it's time to accept it.